Is American soft power on the global stage diminishing? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Let's take a look.
Tonight, I am announcing Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods. This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by further tariffs on $125 billion worth of American products in 21 days' time to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives.
So tariffs end up increasing the cost for American consumers, so it basically works as a tax on the country that is applying these tariffs. Having said that, however, it also obviously restricts trade because many of the importers will turn around and seek out alternatives from countries that do not have tariffs. So it does end up harming the suppliers as well. But as an American, of course, I covered this from the aspect of how the American economy is impacted on this. Premier of Canada's British Columbia calls to stop buying liquor from the U.S. red states and remove it from some shelves. Mexico president orders retaliatory tariffs on U.S. Blasts U.S. suggestion of criminal alliances in her government. It's beginning. The tariff wars are upon us. There's a BDS list for the USA. Wait, what? Here's the list already circulating on Canadian alternatives to U.S. products. Here's one. Wait, what? Bro, they're doing BDS to us. Oh my God, that's so funny. That's so awesome. I don't know where this goes, but I don't know. I don't know where this goes. So what's the reason Trudeau's doing this? No, Trudeau is just fighting a trade war in an effort to pressure Donald Trump by, trying to turn on the tariff faucet on American businesses. Am I wrong? But won't Canada benefit from all this since the trade surplus of upwards of $100 billion? As Trump cites the fentanyl as a reason for 25% tariffs on our allies, know that after taking office, he ordered law enforcement to stop investigating drug traffickers so we could divert resources to prosecuting migrants instead. Yeah, so the thing is, it's not like he uses fentanyl as a substitute or as a catch-all for what he actually cares about, which is border apprehensions and like tackling the migrant crisis, where he will falsely claim over and over again that migrants are the reason as to why, like, migrant apprehensions are happening because they're bringing in fentanyl, when we know that that is not the case. Canadian province of Nova Scotia responds to U.S. tariffs. American alcohol removed from shelves. Toll doubled for commercial vehicles from the U.S. Trudeau, Canada launched 25% tariffs on $155 billion of U.S. goods, including tariffs on $30 billion starting Tuesday and $125 billion in 21 days. This includes beer, wine, bourbon, fruits, juices, OJ, perfumes, appliances, furniture, lumber, and plastic. Also considering non-tariff measures related to minerals and energy. It's time to choose Canadian products and support Canadian businesses, Trudeau says. Prime Minister Trudeau says he's been trying to speak with President Trump since the inauguration. I hope to speak with him sometime soon. Asked about cutting off energy, Trudeau says any convos around other measures will be done carefully and thoughtfully and in partnership with the regional business leaders. No region should be carrying a heavier burden than others. He says he understands preoccupation of American president with fentanyl deaths, says Canada shares them, says he's happy to do more to counteract this horrific tragedy. Asked if Canada can have a constructive relationship with the Trump admin, Trudeau says, I look forward to speaking with President Trump in the coming days and weeks. Trudeau says he's not looking to escalate, but will stand up for Canada. I look forward to working with the American administration on a range of challenging issues that our communities and our world is facing, and I hope that that day comes soon. He's giving an off-ramp to Trump by saying he would do more on the border, but like I just genuinely don't understand how you're supposed to what you're supposed to do here. Like, what do you mean? We're going to do more on the border. Like, what happens when the leader of the most powerful nation on the planet decides to place arbitrary boundaries because of a real problem, but like with no real solutions due to the responsible parties? Like, you can't solve a made up problem. No, the problem is that it's not made up. Fentanyl is a major issue. Opioid deaths are massively consequential. The issue is the way to deal with this problem, the way to tackle this problem is not going to be by like border apprehensions. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like the American government is even remotely interested in any way, shape, or form of trying to apply reasonable solutions to this problem.
We've built the most successful economic, military, and security partnership the world has ever seen. A relationship that has been the envy of the world. Yes, we've had our differences in the past, but we've always found a way to get past them. As I've said before, if President Trump wants to usher in a new golden age for the United States...
Bro, the problem is you can't make a logical argument and try to get someone to make rational decisions when they're, one, incapable of doing such things, and two, you can't logic someone into understanding your position if they didn't use logic to get there. I don't think that there is any sort of like serious decipherable reason for why Trump is engaging in this. I genuinely don't understand it beyond like the immediate interests of Donald Trump in terms of like, one, possibly using tariffs as a way to like I said, to fill government coffers in an effort to inevitably abolish income tax, even though it sounds so insane, right? And then also utilize like key sectors and sector leaders into capitulating to whatever he wants, whatever his wishes are down the line. He's trying to rile up the American people. I just don't understand. I genuinely don't get it. I think the real reason he's doing this is, bear with me, I think he's stupid. I mean, you guys know my attitude on this. I'm not a committed believer in the, oh, he's just crazy or oh, he's stupid. And it has a theory when it comes to understanding any kind of politics. I still think that there's got to be some kind of faulty logic, albeit, but some semblance of logic there behind this decision making. But then again, I've been led astray by this analysis. I don't know. There's got to be something that I'm just not seeing. I said this yesterday. His plan is to destabilize the economy to the point of civil disobedience so he can martial law and fire the ovens. No, that's, to me, it seems like he's purposely trying to crash the economy so he and his cronies can buy the asses of a fire sale. This destabilization for easier compromise with Canadian leaders to establish a breathing space for occupation of southern Canada. Unlike fake socialist HasanAbi, Trump has visited China, spoke at the Great Hall to people, even dined at the Forbidden Palace. Trump and Putin's grandchildren are fluent in Mandarin. He won't even make an account. HasanAbi won't even make an account on Xiaohongshu. That's true. Maybe Trump is actually secretly a MAGA communist. Maybe JD Pondon is real.
The better path is to partner with Canada, not to punish us. Canada has critical minerals, reliable and affordable energy, stable democratic institutions, shared values, and the natural resources you need. Canada has the ingredients necessary to build a booming and secure partnership for the North American economy, and we stand at the ready to work together. Let's take a moment to talk about our shared border. Our border is already safe and secure, but there's always more work to do. Less than 1% of fentanyl, less than 1% of illegal crossings into the United States come from Canada. But hearing concerns from both Canadians and Americans, including the American president himself, we're taking action.
What?
We launched a $1.3 billion border plan that is already showing results.
Wouldn't this piss off the Canadian right even further, though? I guess this is a time for unity for Canadians because Trump is the great unifier of that in that vein. But wouldn't this like piss off the Canadians where they're like, no, we want the migrants out. You're now talking about doing border patrol, but for America. Like, what the fuck is this? On the one hand, I think this would unite Canadians against the American scourge. So it would make it so that like, the Conservative Party can't really chirp too much about Trudeau. Not that it matters at this point, but also on the other hand, if I was a conservative, I would get mad and say, we must put Canada first. That's why common sense conservatives condemn President Trump's massive, unjust, and unjustified tariffs on Canada's already weak economy. Canada is the United States' closest neighbor, greatest ally, and best friend. We share the longest undefended border and fought alongside Americans at 2 world wars, Korea and Afghanistan, where 158 of our brave men and women died, helping the U.S. avenge the 9/11 attacks. 158, bro? Come on. I mean, that's crazy that you're just like posting that number. Like it's like, that's like no disrespect, Canada, but like 158, 13,000 is the number of American service members that died in the war on terror, like alone. 158, if you include Korea and Afghanistan, is crazy. Okay, that's crazy. Bro, we have the same population size as California. Stop bullying us. I'm not. Canada, I'm not bullying you. Canada, I'm with you. Okay, President Xi, fire when ready. Chinese international student in my class was telling me about how his evangelical dad in Beijing believes that Trump was chosen by God to win the election, but that this victory is a part of a larger divine plan to destroy the United States. Maoist third worldism. Maoism third worldism. The great accelerationist, bringing about the Chinese century of prosperity. Okay, a lot of people are discounting this. They're saying that Xi Jinping does not have the mandate of heaven. Okay, yet you have a loyal servant ordained by God, seemingly destroying the imperial core. Okay, Donald Trump said, "I don't have any smoke for the American corporations. My smoke is with the labor aristocracy." Okay. He said, "I want the American laborers to suffer. I do not care about corporate business owners." The Chinese God works in mysterious ways. Trump has a higher approval rating in China than in the United States. He is the nation-building emperor, and Democrats like you cannot stop him. If Taiwan is referred to as Chinese Taipei, what will America be named once we come under the rule of President Xi? New Formosa. That's what they're calling it. If you squint hard enough, it is also like an island. Yeah, New Formosa. Il Trompito is going to sanction BRICS in the EU too. Brother, what is the end goal? I'm so confused. I genuinely don't know. I legitimately have no... I just don't know. I wish I had a better answer for you guys. Like, it feels so stupid. It's such a stupid thing because it's it's a self-own. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense in terms of the immediate benefits. I don't see any immediate material benefits. Does that make sense? If I saw any sort of immediate material benefit to it, I would tell you. But like, the problems that it seeks to solve are not problems that you can solve that way. Like, what? Is Donald Trump claiming that Canada is purposely and deliberately trafficking fentanyl into the United States of America? Is he claiming that Mexico is doing this? I mean, that is kind of what he's saying, but like, that's not the case. So what do we do? You know, he also then continues to talk about how, this is beneficial for American manufacturing in general. And while there is truth to that in terms of trade isolationism on key sectors that, once again, have a competitive American manufacturing business, it still doesn't make sense because many raw materials and many goods that we get, we don't have manufacturing capabilities for right now. And I ain't seeing this motherfucker build new factories. You know what I mean? He's also advocating to deport at least a quarter of the existing construction labor force. So I don't know who he's gonna build the factories with. It just doesn't make sense. He wants to end globalism. He is Jusha. Yeah, he's abiding. Maybe that's what it is. He does love the Kim family. He does love the Kim dynasty. So he's just maybe following in the footsteps of Jusha, Marxist-Leninist Jushaism, and the principles of self-reliance, holding up the principle of self-reliance to the highest degree. As a Canadian, I just want Trudeau to capitulate and say whatever Trump wants. Anything that avoids raising prices for regular people, just fillet Trump's ego. I mean, he is doing that.